Well, I always introduce my show with the name of the show, but today I'm not going to do that because I have a very famous gentleman, young gentleman with me, Ron Garrett. Ron Garrett, I've known for many, many years, and I believe that you started a radio show some time ago. Was it 2 years now?
Almost 2 years now, yeah.
Almost 2 years you started.
Yeah,
he'd come on my show and he'd see what was going on and what's happening.
That's right.
Is that true?
That's
he
true.
saw what I was doing and he thought, well, hang on a second, why can't I do the same thing? And here you are, and you went out and you put your own show together. And I know it's very successful. How did you make it? Well, how did he make it successful? Because he's Ron, that's how, right?
Well, it's successful because of the crisis that we had with
Really?
yes,
Of the
because pandemic. I started the radio show just before that happened, and at first, guests weren't running to see me. You know, who's this guy?
Yeah, who's Ron?
What's that all about, right? Who's this guy? You know, and so on. Now I knew a lot of people from my days as the Sahara entertainment director and a couple of hotels.
Yeah, you were very well known in town.
I was in the casino side of it, yeah, but
that
not necessarily
was not the entertainment side of it.
No, I hired all the entertainers.
Yeah, so you knew them all.
I knew most of them. Yes, I did. So I began the show, and it wasn't that easy. Who's this guy? He started something. When you first started, you know how it is.
Oh, I know. Your knees are knocking, and you're thinking, how am I going to interview them? What am I going to say? What am I going to talk about? And are they actually going to, turn up? Because
will they show up? That was my concern. My nightmare was that I'd go to the radio station,
nobody's
there, and I've got to do an hour.
Well,
I can do an hour, but it'd be a lot of BS, that's for sure.
At least he admits to it.
Oh, for sure. So the pandemic came. All the entertainers got to work.
Yes.
I'm still cooking with the radio show.
Yeah.
Now, I did have to take off 4 weeks because the station asked me to.
Yes, because they closed down completely.
They closed down. But when we started coming back, we had mask protocol, but not in the studio. No. The guests came on because they weren't working. So I had my show. They had all the time in the world, and here I am offering a platform
for them to still be out there.
To still be out there and talk about themselves and what they think is going on and upcoming. And I play their music, too.
Yes, as well. It's funny you should say that because I was out from March, I think it was the middle of March, and then I went back in June. And I was in June for a couple of months, and then I had to come back out again, and then I started the whole thing, and then, of course, I'm here now at the Art House Theatre. So it's sort of the pandemic for me and this whole thing that went on, I really didn't get affected at all. And neither did you.
Not really.
No,
Not
really.
really.
Little bits and pieces, yes.
Well, I wasn't making any money.
No.
So doing the radio show, but that's okay. It's not about money. It's about doing radio.
Sometimes it's not about.
It's not about money.
No.
It was about helping the entertainers locally.
Yes.
And so now that it's over and they're working,
yes,
they still come to the show because I was there when no one else was. You were there.
And I was there. And we give an update of what's going on and what's happening.
Right.
And I think that's what Vegas needs. It doesn't need to have that much of that, of people out there actually saying what's going on in Vegas. And, Vegas is the biggest entertainment place in the world for music and entertainment and shows and everything. So I don't know why people don't just do more about it. I've always sort of,
Well, with the internet now, there's lots and lots of shows coming on.
Yeah.
You were a pioneer. I don't make it sound like you've been around a long time, but pioneer means you began this thing.
I started I'm going into my seventh year.
And you know who else is doing the show because of you?
Who?
Our friend Lou Gazzara.
Oh, Lou Gazzara. Yeah, Lou Gazzara says, oh, Ninon, this is all because of you. I'm now doing my show.
That's right.
But, everybody says, well, Ninon, they're all copying you. So I said, so? I'm not the only talk show in town.
No.
And I love everybody doing this. Why not do it? You're not going to be like me.
No.
But
you're one of a kind. Who does Ninon? Nobody.
I'm beginning to wonder who does Ninon.
No, well, you know what I mean. But you're one of a kind. There's no one else like you. This is an exclusive show. No one does anything like this. Oh, there's other shows.
Yes, but
they don't have
Ninon.
Ninon.
No, they don't do it. Because I do, everything's off the cuff for me. I've never pre-interviewed Ron. I've never pre-interviewed, never. I just know what's going on, or I find out little things, or I find out, and Nelson was just on the show. I don't know anything about him. I didn't even know that he was one of the greatest singers in Vegas. And I used to meet him. And I used to meet him all the time and say, hi, how are you? And what do you do? How embarrassing. But I'm not embarrassed by it because I'm not supposed to know everybody.
Nelson's quite a guy.
Oh,
he has a track record that's unbelievable.
Well, part of the story he was telling was amazing. And I'm quite sure you get a lot of this from the people you interview. Stories that you never knew about, even though you were in the hotel business. the difference now when you were in the business at the Sahara and what it's like now? What's the difference?
It's opposites.
Yeah.
When I was at the Sahara and Circus and other hotels down in Lafayette, a couple, Debbie Reynolds Hotel, the Greek Isles.
Yeah.
We ran the business as a business.
Mm-hmm.
Our interest was to do three things: good customer service, affordable food, and great entertainment.
Yeah.
And I told everyone, if we do that, we're never going to have a business problem.
No, because people want to come to you.
And
that's all they want to know.
The last year I was at the Sahara, this is true, was the biggest year in their history in revenue and profits.
When, last year?
The last year I was there.
Year you were
2007 was my end of my career there in August.
Okay.
The new people took over. I didn't want to stay. I wanted to move on to other things.
Of course. When did you move to?
When did I move here?
No, when did you move from the Sahara? Where did you move to?
The job ended August 1st, 2007.
And that was it? You didn't go back into it?
I didn't go back into that. I went into a consulting business, which I'm still doing.
Okay.
And that has taken me all the way. And a couple of restaurant, which didn't work out here. Don't go into a business you know nothing about. I always say
the greatest thing about a restaurant is when you buy it, and the next greatest thing is when you sell it.
Don't go into a business you know nothing about. This is what I learned in the restaurant business.
Because in the restaurant business, more goes out in the back door than the front door, believe me.
That's true. And there's no profit margin there.
No,
it's
not at
very
all.
tiny. You have to make all your money on drinks, and
Yes.
coffee, and Coke, and things like that.
Yeah.
So, no, I didn't do well.
So now, where are you going now with your radio show? What is your path?
I'm continuing to expand my audience.
Okay.
I have to go video. Radio is great, but we need video to it. I've got that worked out now. I'm on 3 different platforms.
I've now got competition.
But it's real-time video. Well, this is too, by the way. The fact that you're doing this show live, that makes me cry. I love it.
You like it?
Because I like live in real time.
Well, real time can be very dodgy, though, because everything's recorded. You can't cut anything out. It's out there. So when I make a boo-boo, I make a boo-boo. But am I not human?
So what?
So what? That's why I make it. So then it makes everybody else feel comfortable because they can also make a boo-boo. It doesn't matter.
So I'm going to expand my audience as far as I can.
Yes.
But I'm not doing it forever.
No.
You know, I'm going to go a little bit more, and then I'll be 79 in July.
You'll be 79 in July.
Yeah.
Doesn't he look amazing for 79?
I don't look as good as Nelson Sardelli does in '87.
Yeah.
But
doesn't he look amazing?
Amazing.
I think that's because the way he dresses and his personality is so, and also his Italian.
He's Italian.
Yeah,
so am I.
Italian. Oh, I didn't know you were Italian.
Well, my legal name is Rinaldo Giuseppe
Giuseppe
Geratano.
Geratano, and you've got to have that little ring on the end of it to make it Italian, and then
you
fit right.
I fit right in with those guys.
So you fit right in with Vegas.
When I came in 1971, that's when it all started. And I knew every one of them.
You knew them all?
All of them.
All?
Worked with them, worked for them.
Really?
In the ad business.
How was that? Was it easy, difficult? How was it?
It was a blast. I had a good time. It was a blast. I had fun. Mm-hmm. Fun. Because we didn't pay attention to the bad part of that. Mm. That they did that at night someplace else.
Well, what they did.
But what they did well was customer service. And when people say, "Oh, I wish the mob would come back," what they're really saying is, "I wish service would come back," and everybody's treated like the VIP. One of the guys with the bent nose, he said to me one day, he says, "Ron, treat everybody like they have a button that says, 'Make me feel important.'" It's right there.
Everybody wants it. Everybody wants it.
I see you. I see. Make me feel important.
That's in Vegas, actually, because they spend a lot of money. Whether they lose $50 or whether they lose $50,000 or whatever, they lose millions, they still want to have that treatment because they like that.
Unfortunately, now they're a number, Ninon.
They're just a number.
You know, it was, "Hi, Ron. You know, how are you?" I would be talking to, "Hey, Steve," with Joe. I'd walk around the casino every day. I never stayed in the boardroom. I was on the casino floor.
Saying hello to everybody.
People
because that was what you were doing.
I went into the kitchen. I talked to everybody. Went to the loading docks every day.
Yeah.
I walked 3-4 miles, I think.
So you got to know everybody, and there was nobody too big.
By their first names, by their wife's names, by their husband's names, their family.
And that's what it takes. That's what it takes. Now, how can anybody get in touch with you to be on your show? I'm now going to promote.
Sure.
I'm going to promote Ron. to make sure you get on his show, because I don't mind. Anybody goes on everybody's show, why not?
Well, they
And
need
Lou's
to.
show.
They need to be on your show. They need to be
on your show. Yeah.
They need to be on Lou's show. This
Yeah.
is how you make yourself known in Las Vegas.
Yes, absolutely.
A new act comes to town. What's better than being
Put them all
with
on.
Ninon
Yeah.
live?
Well, I had the Jets on last week,
Great act.
and they are wonderful, because
Great act.
they were out years ago, and then they came back. I think it's like 20, 25
great
years. And they're a great act. They're absolutely amazing. So how can anybody find you?
Oh,
On
easy.
your
Just
show.
go to Facebook and Ron Garrett on Messenger, and contact me there. That's simple.
It's that simple.
That's
you don't have a name for your show?
The Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show.
There you go.
That's an ode to my good friend Tony Sacca, who's not with us.
Yeah.
And he made a song called Las Vegas Rocks, and I use it
Las
as my
Vegas
jingle.
Rocks. Isn't that your jingle?
That's my jingle.
Isn't that amazing?
It's him singing too.
Well, Ron is an amazing character. He's been in Las Vegas for many years, and he's seen the ups and the downs, and now he's got his own show. Did you ever think you'd have your own show?
I tried to have my own show about 30 times over the years, but only because of Facebook is this one successful, because you can get the word out.
You can get the word out.
Otherwise, you're just on a radio station, you're dying. Nobody knows you're there.
So what we have to say is thank you to social media.
Absolutely.
Because that's actually what
It's
it
made
all
all the
is.
difference in the world.
Yes.
And now I'm famous before I was famous, or after, whatever.
He doesn't mind, but he's famous, but he's not into
Oh,
to
I
be
made
famous.
myself more famous. Yeah.
Yeah, you're now more famous than you've ever been.
I am. I tell my friends that. I say, I'm more famous than I've ever been. But when I mean fame, I mean on a different scale. I'm
Yes.
not that kind of
Do you know one thing I do love about Vegas, though, is a lot of the entertainers and people like yourself, they take care of the veterans, the vets.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
hear that a lot on my show, that, I'm going to do this charity for the vets, I'm going to do this for the vets. And I really, really like that. I think that's really pretty cool to do that.
Well, I'll do anything for the vets. I'm a veteran myself.
Yes, yeah.
My son who's not with us. He was a veteran, and on and on. So the vets are important to
Vets
me.
are definitely important. So don't forget to support the vets, because they
Absolutely.
really do need us. And they are the ones that went out actually to help us and to take care of America. So why shouldn't we give back to them? Thank you all for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm, of course, Ninon, your host. And also thank you to the Art House Theatre, which is down here in the art section.
Great
of Las
location
Vegas.
for you.
Fabulous.
Terrific set.
Isn't it a lovely set? I mean,
So
how,
much
how
better
happy
than
am I? And of course,
before.
Pureza and social media shows, absolutely amazing. All of it is wonderful. If you come here to dine, you get 20% off. So that's even something, everybody's giving something, which is always amazing.
Good restaurant?
Great restaurant. Food is excellent. The bar is good. The music is good. The whole thing is wonderful. I'm not sure, I believe you can even order food in the theaters.
In the theater.
I think you can do that. Maria, you can. I did get it right, because I remember being here for a premiere or something, and we could get food in the restaurant. So that's...
They have to say social media shows to get the 20%.
Okay, so don't forget to go to social media shows, and you can get all the information there of how it works and what it was and what's happening. And also Vegas Live with Ninon. Don't forget, we've got another guest. We'll be right back. Take care.